Hey everyone, welcome to the Kelly Family Homestead. I'm going to show you how to strip pine tree poles to kind of prepare them to put in the ground. I'm putting my chickens in a different spot. I'll explain that in a minute. Um, but first I got to do a fence. So here's this is an old fence post that I already had. So I have a couple of these. Actually, I have a whole bunch. I probably have about 30 or 40 of these older ones. So they're pretty much ready to go. But I ran out of ones for my corners, and then I ran out of some of my straight line poles. So I cut down a bunch of pine trees, and I'm using these poles, and I'm stripping the bark off them. I am going to treat them too, because obviously they're going to rot in 5 years. So if I can help them last another year, that would be good. So this is going to be, this is going to be the spot where my chickens are going to be. It's right next to the garden. Okay. So that's my garden over there in the distance. And then where this buckwheat is growing, this is where the chickens are going to go. And you can see where the greenhouse is that I built. So I'm going to fence in this rectangle around the greenhouse, and they're going to live here. I'll fill it with wood chips, and this is kind of try to make a big compost playground for them. In the wintertime, I'll keep them in the greenhouse. It'll keep them warm. And then in the fall, summer, they'll be out here. If you watch Edible Acres videos, he does the same thing with a little chicken compost area, and then he has his chickens go into the greenhouse too in the winter, and that's how he builds up massive amounts of compost. So you can check out his video to see it, because obviously I don't have it happening yet. Once I do, I'll obviously video it for you. But pretty much I'm taking these pine poles here and I'm stripping them so that way I can, because I guess the bark will kind of promote rot. So stripping the bark off is important. And then I'm going to treat them with something, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. But so you can see this is a pole. This is one of my corner posts. It's a little bigger. And then this is one that hasn't been stripped yet, but you can see I started stripping it, and then that's where I stopped. And I stopped because I wanted to show you how easy this is. I thought it was going to be a big pain in the butt, and I wouldn't end up doing it, but it was so easy that I decided I'm not even going to do just the part in the ground. I'm going to do the whole thing. So I'll kind of set the camera up so you can see, and you can see how fast. I mean, that's what's that, 3 feet right there, and you'll see how fast I can get that 3 feet done, unless it's going too long. I don't want to have you guys watch me do that for 3 hours, but let me set you down and we'll get a video going. So I straddle the log, and I just have a hatchet. You can get a draw knife too, but my local store doesn't sell it. So I just sharpened up my hatchet really good, and it didn't cost me any money. I started doing it pulling this way, and it doesn't work that well, so I push. So as you can see, pretty simple. It's really quick. I didn't think it would be that easy, honestly. This is really green wood. I don't know if it's been sitting for a year. I don't know if it'd be that easy. But at the same time, if it's been sitting for a year, it's probably not gonna rot way as fast. So I'll just show you one more thing. So the tops of all these I've made at angles, and those angles will face south. So that way in the wintertime when snow is sitting on them, or even when it's raining, it'll drip off. The sun will melt the snow and it'll drip off, and it's not just sitting there all the time. And I am going to make sure I treat the top really well, so that way water doesn't soak into the pole. And then on the ends of all my poles, I made them like a V, and that way they're not just sitting in the dirt. They're gonna, the moisture will be able to get out, hopefully. Somebody else told me that, use gravel and stuff because water will, the water won't pool at the bottom of the hole. It'll go through the gravel. Well, I don't have that much money to spend that much gravel around my garden, so that's not that huge of a deal. I guess if I have to replace these in 5 years, I will. But anyway, kind of a quick solution. It looks better than T-posts anyway. So I guess that's it for now. Comment below if you have any suggestions, and subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. And that's it. Have a good one.